Once upon a time, in a far-off magical land, there lived a little green creature with a heart of gold. Lil Mossy was his name, known throughout the land for his bravery and kindness. One day, while playing by the river, he saw a baby swan being blown away by a powerful storm. Without hesitation, he jumped into action, using his magical moonbeam power to create a shield, protecting the baby swan from the wind and the rain. But it wasn't just a simple task. The storm was fierce, with loud thunderclaps and bright flashes of lightning, yet little Mosby held his ground, determined to save the baby swan. Finally, as suddenly as it began, the storm came to a halt, and when the clouds parted, the sun shone through, revealing a beautiful rainbow. Touched by Mosby's kindness, the baby swan nuzzled him, and they became fast friends. However, their joy was short-lived. You see, baby Swiney had run away from home because he thought he was an ugly duckling, and now that the storm had passed, he wanted to return home before his family started looking for him. Realizing that Swinky needed help, Little Mossy used his moonbeam power to light up the sky, guiding Swinky in the right direction. But they soon realized they'd have to pitch a tent for the night. So Little Mossy did just that, using his magic to create a cozy shelter for them both. As the night went on, they talked and laughed, sharing stories and making plans for the future. Before long, it was time for bed, and snuggled up inside the tent, they fell asleep, dreaming of new adventures to come. When the first rays of sunlight peeked through the tent, Swinky awoke and immediately started flapping his wings. Excited to be reunited with his family, he and Little Mossy hopped out of the tent and took off into the sky. Flying above the trees, they could see the entire kingdom, and Swinky couldn't help but feel proud to be a part of it. As they approached the lake where his family lived, Swinky began to worry. What if they were angry at him for running away? But as he swam closer, he heard his mother's familiar call, and without a moment's hesitation, he and Little Mossy dove into the water. There, in the middle of the lake, were Swinky's parents, and the moment they saw him, they rushed over, nuzzling and caressing him, their love and relief evident in their actions. Then they turned to Little Mossy, who had emerged from the water and was now standing on the shore. They expressed their gratitude, thanking him for taking care of Swinky and bringing him home safely. In that moment, surrounded by the love of his new friends and family, Swinky knew he was truly home. And so, the tale of Little Mossy and Swinky the Swan became a legend, passed down through generations of magical creatures who lived in that enchanted land. And whenever a young creature needed a hero, they looked to the stars and whispered, "Please, Little Mossy, save the day."